We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stutter and Craig. No, you don't get the 96-ounce Coke Zeros, Blabs.
Yo, my androids, what's up?
And straight from the hood, Phoenix.
It's really enjoyable as an adult male to shit your pants.
And now, broadcasting from our homes around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers. Oh, welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com, and most importantly, Side Scrollers Plus.com. Happy Monday to ya. Rise and shine, mother suckers. Here we are, ready to go on a wonderful Monday. Are you ready for a great week? Woo, good. Hello, Blabs. Good to see you.
Hello, it's Friday. Wait, one day. I don't know what day it is.
All right, listen, I'm not doing this with this young lady, all right?
I don't know why I said Friday when obviously it's Monday. I'm like, it's Friday. Maybe I need to learn the days of the week. Yeah.
You know, there's a fun fact about them, Blabs, that they all end in Y.
Yes, and
That's right.
day. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. Well, you know, that's good. She's on fire today, folks. She's
Yeah.
on fire.
Smart.
Are you wishing it was Friday already? Because, you know, it's the first day of the week.
No, not yet.
Okay, good.
Maybe later.
Good. Well, yes, give it about 45 minutes. Let's get to the WNBA story and we'll start powering
and then
down.
I'm like,
Are you drunk?
I haven't had alcohol in many, many moons. Why are you asking me such a weird question, too?
Well, I mean, you started off thinking it's Friday. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I don't know why that was. I'm just retarded, though, so it's fine.
What was the last drink that you had, Blabs?
Vodka cranberry in March.
In March?
Mm-hmm.
5-6 months? That's pretty good. Good for you.
I'm not an alcoholic, man.
Well, no. How many does it take, Blabs? How many does it take for you to start feeling a little tipsy?
Depends on how old I was. Back in the day in college,
right now.
drinks. Right now, I'm pretty lightweight, and it also depends on how strong the alcohol is, and the
naturally, yeah.
Yeah. So it depends on
let's say
ratio.
vodka cranberry here, Blabs. How many
I'll
vodka
start
cranberries?
to feel pretty happy at least one vodka cranberry in, especially if it's a stronger vodka. Yeah.
A whole one.
Yeah, because well, I mean they're pretty big. Have you not seen some of those vodka cranberries? Sometimes they're just like, here you go. It's a fucking pitcher. Sometimes.
Well, that's good. That's good. Well, we're gonna make sure that you hold your alcohol while we're in Vegas here in a few weeks, which will be great. Are you gonna drink in Vegas?
No.
No. Okay. All right. Sounds good. Never mind.
I behave.
Okay.
Yeah. I can still behave while sober.
Yeah, I know, but you're not nearly as fun.
You wouldn't know. You've never seen me tipsy. Literally, you've never seen me tipsy.
Okay. All right.
You've literally never seen me tipsy. Do you have receipts? Do you have a time, a day, when?
Yeah, October last year.
When did you see me tipsy?
And it's okay, Blabs. It's all right.
No. When? Having that one drink that wasn't tipsy. That was just happy.
You just told me.
That was a different type of drink. You asked me about vodka cranberry.
Okay. All right. Well, look, someone who I'm positive can slam them down, whether they're vodka cranberries or 151. Please, everybody, put your hands together for the resident racist. Okay. Hello, Kay.
How did you know? By the way, my last drink was 2 days ago. It was a pina colada, and it was amazing.
Yeah, that looked yummy.
Can I just be
so
honest?
good. Yeah.
I am a fan. I've always been. And listen, you can say whatever you want about me, but I'm a fan of the drink that comes with an umbrella in it. If it has fruit and or umbrella, I'm probably going to drink it.
You know, you're more fruity than I am.
I'm sorry, what's it?
What? You're fruity? You're not fruity?
Yeah, Craig is more fruity than I am.
I love fruit. Absolutely. Yeah, dude. Come on, get out of here. The pina colada, it's like an S tier drink.
Yeah,
Let's be real. Now, you feel horrible after drinking it because it's filled with sugar and all that stuff. And
you got the sugar foot?
Well, I mean, you do. You get it. It's tough. Yeah. But so the pina colada was your last drink? Were you on a tropical island or something? Or did you just have one?
I just anytime I go anywhere, it's like a pina colada or a Long Island for me. Like that is my go-to.
Ooh.
Or a Caesar, but half the time I'm having a meal and I'm like, it's salty drink, salty food. There's not really a good occasion for the Caesar.
I've told the my Long Island iced tea story in the past, but the long and short of it was I went to Vegas, got a 3-yard, one of those big 3-yard drinks that are huge, the novelty drinks, right?
Oh, like one of these?
Yes, exactly. Yes, exactly.
Jesus. How do you wash that?
With water
I've only
and
drank
soap?
out of it once, and it was on the show with you and Mally.
Yeah, then I'm still curious how you are able to wash that thing.
Just take a hose and rinse it. You're good.
Huh.
Just take a
How do
hose,
you do with
Blaz.
Phoenix
Just
right
take-
there? Anyone else just see what Phoenix put on the screen?
No, but he's
No.
going to get it here in a second. And if it's a giant dildo, I'll be very upset.
Demonetized.
Well, with that said, I drank one of those, except it was filled with Long Island iced tea. It wasn't nearly as wide as that. The girth wasn't there, Kay. It was a
Craig's
little
all about
more
that
thin.
girth.
No. I was saying I didn't have the girth in my drink. It was more of a slow silo, Anyways, I finished one. Then I went back for a second, and I passed out by the pool at Vegas. And when I woke up, my Long Island iced tea was warm, but I spent like $48 on buying this giant yard of Long Island iced tea. So I finished it, and it was all like gross and nasty, but I sucked it down like the fucking man that I am.
You have to stay committed at that point. Once you buy into that, that's it. That's your whole night. So
100%. If
Doesn't
you're
matter
gonna
what
go
it
for
tastes
it, you go for it. That is a guy who that's a saying that I'm positive this guy has said many, many times. It doesn't matter what it tastes like. Everyone, please put your hands together for Mitsu. Hello, Mitsu.
It's funny you say that first. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, because apparently, what is life without a Godfather reference to start?
Yep.
Second, a couple of years ago, when we started hosting conventions and stuff like that, I was down at a country club, like one of those things in Orlando that's off property for Disney, and they all look at me because they're from all different parts of the country. I'm from Jersey, so I don't really give a crap what you put in front of me. As long as I trust you and it's alcohol, I'm probably going to drink it because it's probably going to be good because you're a good person. So they're looking to me for recommendations, and I'm busy there drinking my morning beer, and they go, well, what do you want? I go, why not a Blue Moon? It's not a great recommendation, but they seem like they want something a little light and fruity, and we're going to be walking around Epcot all day, so they're going to get even more drunk. They take these Blue Moons, they take like about that much of a sip between 3 people, and then they go, and they walk away. This offends my Jersey sensibilities, so I had to sit there and actually pound all of those drinks before going to Epcot and progressively getting even more drunk for the rest of the day.
Okay, so you've done the drinking around the world thing before at Epcot.
At least twice, maybe 3 times, arguably. Yes.
Yeah, I've done it twice as well. It's fun. It's really fun. I usually get about halfway through, and then you're like really like, all right, let's go. We did it.
I want to go to an event with Mitsu, like the Food and Wine Festival at Disney. I want to do that with Mitsu. That sounds like fun.
But
I would be more than honored to.
The
It's so
only
much fun.
way that you're going to Epcot is if you drink around the world with Mitsu. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is that like a law?
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
actually,
I'm going to
at
Disney
least on,
tomorrow now.
at least on the
that-
company dime.
during that same year, listen, fans were coming up because they wanted to hang out with all the streamers and everybody who were there for the post party for everything, right? And one of this guy, his name is Rob. Rob's like 300 pounds, and he comes walking over to us, and he's like, "Hey, can I hang with you guys today?" I was like, "Yes, but you are my handler. So if we're gonna go drinking around the world, I only ask that you just stay slightly sober enough so that you can make sure I don't wander away from everybody else." And God bless that man. We have many great pictures together of him corralling me to make sure I did not wander off.
Yes, me drinking around the world was we did it as a streaming event, actually, same type of thing.
Ooh.
And we were blitzed by the time it was done, and it was raining, and it was fun, and it was awesome. It was probably one of my favorite streaming events ever. Was drinking around the world at Epcot.
Where did you start? That's the most important question. Was it Canada or Mexico?
You start in Mexico and go around. Some people start in Canada.
No
Yeah,
wonder
I know.
you were fucked halfway through.
Yeah.
Start
for
with
sure.
tequila, you brave motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. But here's the thing: the Canada drinks, they all have like maple in them. They suck.
They do.
You know? Yeah. They're horrible.
Just go.
I actually go to a Sugar Shack one day.
I've been to Sugar Shacks before. They're delicious.
yeah.
All the candy
Hell
and
is a
stuff, yeah, it's
sugar
good.
shack?
You're fucking Canadian. What the fuck is wrong with you?
I don't know what you're saying. I only know Tim Hortons. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh,
What is
You
a
know,
sugar
I'm curious.
shack?
Okay, a
I
sugar
know
shack
that-
is basically like a maple syrup like farm, right? So they make maple syrup and then they have a restaurant and they actually make you like breakfast and things and it's like homemade
What?
maple syrup, it's bacon, it's eggs, it's waffles,
Yeah,
and it's
that's
everything.
not the
It's
sugar
just
shack I was thinking of.
I need to go to one right
so
now.
Craig has not been to a sugar
sounds good.
shack then. It's mostly
No.
the East Coast because that's where the maple syrup is grown, right? So like
I'm hopping
East
on a
Coast
plane
USA,
right
East Coast
now.
Canada.
Grown? Well, everybody knows maple syrup
Yeah.
comes from the Maple Sea.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mitsu.
Of
If we
course.
can move on from that as best we possibly can.
It's just broke my brain a little bit.
I'm very excited to have the true star of the show on. Someone who I would love to drink around the world with, but I don't know if he'd be able to make it all the way around because he would probably die because he has so many conditions. It's Phoenix. Hello, Phoenix.
That is correct. Yeah, no, actually, my drink of choice was always 151. The more you get to know me, you know I only have two speeds. I'm either doing it or I'm fucking not doing it. So I would only drink 151, and at my peakity peak, I think it was 15 shots in a row.
What?
of
No,
151.
dude. No way.
Hook me to a lie detector test. Ask Tiny, who was sitting there right next to me doing the same shit with me. Yeah.
15?
Yep. Line them up. Boom.
No wonder you shit
Wow.
on airplanes.
No joke.
Liver damage. Yeah.
Wow. Unbelievable.
So I'm not doing the little
crazy.
I don't do games. I'm just going to pound all 15 shots, then we'll walk around Epcot. I'm not doing the little fucking game thing. No,
Well, no,
let's
you-
just do it.
You do it at each country and you
Yeah.
make your way around.
We
That's the
start
idea.
off with 15, and then we walk around wherever we want to go.
You know what?
Send Phoenix to Mexico. He has 15, and then you continue. It's all
Exactly.
I'll tell you what, we'll get hammered at the clubhouse, and then we'll go straight over. Time-honored tradition.
Sounds good.
Okay, so this is a great way. We're planning a future event here. You know, it's funny because I did ask Phoenix. I did ask him if he wanted to go to Orlando. This is about a month or so ago, so he could ride the final ride of the Fast and Furious ride over at Universal Studios. He declined. Unfortunately, it was, and he rightfully so said, "Don't we have a better way to spend company funds?" And
That's literally my
was-
response.
Yeah. And my response was absolutely not. No, absolutely not. I would love if I saw you riding that one last time, which is great. Well, look, if you love alcohol talk, you are in the right place. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if it's your first time tuning in. Join the 150,000 just normal men who will find us over on YouTube, the over 53,000 who will find us over on Rumble. We're live over on Kick, on Twitch, and of course you can find the show over on Spotify. There has been some confusion by one gentleman in the chat, or I'm sorry, not in the chat, in the comment section. He says, "Why don't you post clips of your channel anymore?" And for that I say, nay, friend. We post 5 every day over on the Side Scrollers Bitch channel right here. I encourage you to go check it out. The link to that is down in the description, or you can just search Side Scrollers Bits, which that channel is going very well. I'm very impressed with that right now. So let's continue with the wonderful growth and success of that. Speaking of growth and success, I wanted to give everybody a heads up. We are just about 5 weeks away from our first event that we're doing, called Side Scrollers Presents Sin City, taking place in Las Vegas, where Blabs will certainly be getting blasted. Looking forward to that. It's going to be myself, Blabs Phoenix, Arch, Jake, Tectone, and Marty O'Donnell. And did you see Smash JT is coming to watch? It's going to be great. So we're going to be doing that. And very, very important, if you are on the fence about coming out to Sin City, mark this as your reminder. 3 weeks from today is the last day to pick up tickets, September 14th, because we got to order some things for the goodie bags and everybody who's going to be coming and make sure all that stuff's good. So you got 3 weeks to get your ticket. If you're on the fence, get on it, doggone it. We'd love to see you out in Vegas. If you're in if you just want to come out and get away for the weekend, just kind of hang out with a lot of good folks, now's an opportunity to do so. And there's also been some confusion. I clearly haven't done a good enough job of explaining that there are multiple levels of tickets to where the very first rows, the first couple rows, there's an extended VIP little Q&A afterwards as well for those who attend there. And there's also a row that if you don't want to stay for the Q&A, you'll still get the goodie bag. And then there's just a general admission area. So we love to pack the house if possible. We got a bunch of great folks coming in, including Arch, which you'll see a reaction video today of Arch, where Arch is proclaiming victory from the anti-woke gaming perspective. So doing a reaction to that immediately after the show. You'll see that this afternoon.
May I make a request?
Yes, Phoenix.
Okay, hear me out. So the MVP, we've got MVP seats basically, right? What if, and I'm just saying what if, what if you recreate your little stripper pole thing for those happy customers in front? Huh?
Yeah.
You recreate it. We film it. They get the old pop the old champagne. We have you sliding down the pole. You finish with your tongue sticking out. I mean, I think people are going to be clamoring for those tickets. Can't just be me, because if not, great. Then that show is just for me.
Phoenix.
What are you gay?
No.
I can't help it.
This is important. Blabs, will you run that asset, please, for a second?
Yes.
Yes, because we do have a $50 support.
Oh, the stripper one you want to run. All
That's
right.
what I'm referring to, yes.
Okay, I thought you meant
Okay.
the gay
There
one.
it is. Look at that.
So here's the thing. There's one thing missing from this, and that is all the dollar bills being thrown at me while I'm going down this stripper pole right here. So, you know, listen, I'm not going to say no, right, Phoenix, okay? I'm not going to say no. Just letting you know. And by the way, that wonderful support comes from BC Wolf. The game
Thank you.
says complete Foxu domination with the $50 says Kirsha gets her game back as Crime Boss devs have apologized. Redditors, the biggest losers, and have already begun maulding. Check out the frolic from Keen. Well, thank you for that, BC Wolf. Actually, Kirsha gave us a heads up on that after the show the other day, and we knew that news was coming. It's great news. Congratulations to her for her complete and total domination. And our first response was like, why would you want to work with them again, right? And the way she explained it, I think, makes a lot of sense. Her logic was very simply like, you have to show that by reversing course, that there is some level of, acceptance or forgiveness when it comes to that stuff. So if people are willing to say, hey, I fucked up, then you have to be able to say, all right, you're fine this time. But, I think it's good for her and good for them. Obviously, is a shit move for what they initially did. But hey, if Kirsha's fine with it, then hey, Kirsha's fine with it. And ultimately, it's what her audience feels they will support or not. So there you go. Heinefur came in with one, says, Blabs dressed up as Robin Williams' character from Jumanji and grabbing Craig's shoulders while yelling, "What day is it?
What year is it?"
We have this from Carol's for $9.99 says, after your clip of men in the workforce, Craig, you should about chatting with Aaron Clancy or Clary on YouTube. He's written multiple books on the subject. Yeah, we talked about that briefly last week. That was crazy, and you can find that video over on the Bits channel for sure. So we'll get to the rest of your super chats, Direct Nation's Rumble rants throughout the duration of the show. Today's topics include Boob Raider, which I know Kay's very excited about. It's going to be a good one. Marty getting booted. We have the WNBA nonsense.
Marty getting boobed.
I thought so
and booted.
It's like, yeah, Marty, let's
Get
go.
some.
I want to get into this the Lindsay Clancy story we talked about briefly last week, but there's another chapter to this which is happening right now, and I want to get into that about how men are fighting back in the court of law based off of this Lindsay Clancy story. The internet is dead, and Fable has made a very big change to one of the biggest memes of the last couple of years, based off of the feedback of the Chud. So here we go, friends. It's time to get into it. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button, spread the word, let people know you're watching. We'd really appreciate that. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News.
Hard News.
Now, look, I know that everyone here loves a good first-person shooter, especially Phoenix. Right, Phoenix?
Huge fan. Yeah.
I know you love just running around shooting things at the center of the screen.
Yes.
We've even talked We've even talked about this Thursday, getting together and playing some Apex, which we may officially announce tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see. But it could be a good fun time. But I'll tell you what. Do you guys remember Doom? Of course you do. Doom, it's classic.
What's Doom?
Never heard of it.
I know, Kay. I know.
I'm just kidding.
Do you remember a little game called Tomb Raider?
Sure do.
Remember Tomb Raider? Now, Tomb
Triangle
Raider was
tits?
Oh, yeah.
Good
Triangle.
old triangle tits.
That's right. It's classic. Now, they have combined the two.
Ooh.
By they, I mean the internet. They have combined the two. We have Boob Raider.
Oh, baby.
What do you think of that, huh?
Perfect placement for the hand.
Yeah. Right in between there.
She's
I
using
do
it
like
like a
that she's-
tripod.
Yeah, she's resting it. Yeah.
I need this wad now.
So what do you think, huh? Like this would
Yeah,
be
I
a
want
sort
to
of
play
a,
that.
I bet you can find this somewhere. Yeah. I mean, it
Oh
does
yeah,
have,
it's probably pretty easy. I mean, there's a wad for everything. You can play like Zelda and Doom, like pretty much anything possible. This reminds me of a different game, though. Do you know the game Jurassic Park Trespasser?
Oh,
Vaguely.
Yes.
You guys remember that game? It was kind of like an unfinished, broken mess, but the interesting part about it was the mechanic was to see your health, you would actually look at your character's tits, and she had like a tattoo on her left boob, and it would fill up like the more damage that you took. That's what that reminds me of. So we kind of have that game already officially through Jurassic Park, but this looks like a better version.
So this is a Jurassic. I'm sorry. Let's start this over real quick. This is a Jurassic Park game.
Yeah, you could Google it. Jurassic Park Trespasser.
Weird that they would put booba in a Jurassic Park game.
Yeah, there is a lot of tits there I'm looking at. Yeah.
Phoenix, that make you happy or what, buddy?
Well, I do have to check out the Jurassic Park link you're talking about, but I mean, I was just looking at my private link. But yeah, no, apparently there is. Yeah, I'm looking at it. There is a lot. Kay, is that real? Like,
It's
I'm
a
seeing
it's a PC game from like '98 or something like that. Yeah.
Wow.
What's it called one more time?
Trespasser, Jurassic Park Trespasser.
She has like a heart tattoo on her left.
Oh, she
tit
does. Look at that.
It might be better to pull up an image because if you rely on someone's gameplay, you might have to wait for them to actually check their boobs. But
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
let me
I have a booba image.
Well,
Yeah,
pull
here
it
you
up,
go.
Blair Blabs.
Here you go.
Oh,
it's see dim titties. That's right. Yeah, Trespasser.
that's great.
Oh.
Gaming used to be really good.
Graphics.
Gaming used to be really good?
Yeah, we used to design games around the philosophy of making interesting UI. Now it's just how do we monetize everyone? Before it was, hey, let's make a video game that's actually creative and cool.
That's how you go from Lara Croft of the '90s to Lara Croft of today. Here, that's unbelievable, really. How much it's devolved. All right, I want to move on. Speaking of devolving, let's talk food for a second. Do you guys love a good Pop-Tart?
Sure do. Not microwave though.
S'mores.
Yeah, s'mores.
S'mores
S'mores
Pop-Tarts?
is usually the best one.
Oh yeah.
Really? Okay. Well, this is a good thing for you there, Mitsu. Very good thing for you, because S'mores Pop-Tarts is teaming up with Buzz Balls. Do you know what Buzz Balls is?
Nope.
What the fuck is a buzzball?
Buzz Balls is like an alcoholic beverage, 15% by volume.
Mitz is going to be
Hang
drinking
on.
Pop-Tarts around the world.
Sure am.
This looks like a
Oh,
disaster.
boy.
My God. Ooh.
Yeah, but it's going to be like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of just reminds me like almost like the Fireball, but instead of cinnamon, it's just like
Chemical
more like-
cinnamon.
Yeah.
I've learned that the cooler the packaging is for this kind of stuff, the worse
The
it
shittier it
tastes.
is. Yeah.
Yeah, like there's this brand called like Black Fly or something, and every time I see it, I'm like, oh my God, it's like 90s, it's so cool. And I like am half drunk, and I'm like, I'm gonna get a Black Fly, and it's disgusting every time. It pulls me out of my buzz.
You gotta think about it from like a business perspective. Making alcohol is pretty expensive, right? But then it takes a long time. But this shit is gonna come out in seconds, and they need to sell quickly and for cheap, so the average Joe can buy it. So it's gonna be shitty flavored.
NGL.
That makes sense.
Not
But
gonna
if-
lie.
the packaging on that sure is very like if I had a kid, I'd be like, oh, you want one of these? Because it looked very fun. And my kids are just sitting there plastered and getting a future fucking alcohol addiction. That looks way too, that does not look adult, right? That looks like a fun snack, correct? Like a fun snack drink.
It is a fun snack drink.
Yeah.
Was it 15% alcohol or was that 1.5% alcohol? There's a huge difference.
15%.
Okay.
Yes, 15%. Yes.
It's a very high number.
Yeah, that is a high number.
Isn't that higher than Cutwater, which has been like the whole controversy? He's supposed to put water in those, and people have just been drinking them straight. I think that's like 14%. So this is going to be potent.
Well, this is-
12.5% ABV. Apparently.
I've never had
Oh.
a buzz ball before, but apparently they're all over the place. I have seen them, but they're
You
mostly in
should
like
do one on the
7-Eleven.
show. Really, come on, right when we go live, and then just experience Tipsy Craig for a
Oh
whole
my god!
show.
Have Buzzball Week.
That would be really
Buzz
good.
Week. We should do it in March or in April. I
March
should
Madness,
say.
Buzzball
Well, March
Week.
Madness, but also April for 420. Instead of getting high on the weed, you just buzz in a different direction.
Will you do it with me, Blabs?
Maybe.
Okay. Well, there's lots of different flavors, including Tropic Tang. We have Pink Lemon Squeezy. Look, there's all these different flavors to choose from. Blabs, which one would be your favorite here?
Ooh.
I know Kay's a lot of colada right
Oh
there.
yeah.
I don't even
Boy,
know half of those are because like they're so fruity. Maybe a
Oh, these are-
latte. You get caffeine and buzz all at the same time, and I bounce off the walls.
There you go, Blabs. You got a crayon blaster. That's perfect for you, huh?
Yeah, it depends on how chemical it tastes, to be honest. Yeah, I'm gonna level with you guys. None of this really speaks out to me because I know it's gonna be like super chemical and taste horrific. So
They got that
So you
grape
just-
drink?
They do have grape drink. That's
Oh,
right. They do.
man.
Yeah, it's called Grapes Gone Wild right here. Yeah.
Yeah, all right.
Weekend.
That's the winner.
There you go. So yeah, listen, I'm all on board when it comes to Buzz Week Blabs. If you want to do that, that's fine. But but you need to have a frosted s'mores version of it though. That's the problem.
I mean, I'll try it. Here's the thing: I hate Pop Tarts to begin with. They taste like cardboard, in my opinion. So I really don't think how this is gonna get any better.
Shocking.
Well,
I can't believe that for
maybe-
1 second.
Maybe Blabs, you would like to try a new type of vodka, which hey, everybody loves it whenever you combined fake pickle flavor on chips, then take that flavor and bring
Oh,
it
fuck
over
off.
to vodka. That's right. Pringles and vodka are a combination. Dill, pickle, potato, vodka.
Yeah, that's a no from me, dog.
Oh my
I'm going
god.
to channel my inner
no.
Sam here from America's Got Talent. It's a no from me, dog.
I'll pass.
Yeah.
Have you
First time
had
right
dill? Like, have you had pickle vodka before?
No.
Oh
not
my
that Polish.
god. Oh, okay. Look, I love pickles like a lot, and I'll have almost anything, including like whatever they call it, where you have like a shot of whiskey and then you have a shot of pickle juice afterwards. Pickleback.
Yeah.
I'll have a pickleback. But I was like, okay, next level. Let's have beer with pickles in it. Let's have vodka with pickles in it. Both times wanted to just vomit instantly.
no.
It's so gross.
It's a hard no from me.
It's
I
like-
might throw up.
It's like more cucumbery, and it just feels like it's been sitting in there for ages. And it's so gross. Don't ever do
Fermenting.
it.
Literally
hmm
fermenting.
It's terrible. Do not.
We're not redeemed.
Look, there are like different. There's trends in the space of flavor, right? And I feel like pickle. The trend has gone a little bit too long. I feel with the pickle trend. I feel like we see this all over the place, whether it's chips or now vodka or just all over. You see it. It's on popcorn. Like, what are we doing? Do people really like pickles that much?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm not a.
Okay, I have farmers market here where I live, and every single weekend there is a company called Picklelicious that comes around, and I swear to you, the longest line in the entire farmers market is for Picklelicious the entire time. It opens at 8, it ends at 1, and there is no booth more popular because they do pickles, they do roasted garlic, they do olives, they do all of these things, but their pickles are fucking far and away the most phenomenal shit you can ever have.
Okay.
Hashtag ad.
Yeah, I guess I'm not a pickle guy. Never have been a pickle guy, but I have been a cup of noodles guy. And now, with college coming back, Did you know it's not cup of noodles? It's just cup noodles. Apparently, this is a thing. I didn't know.
This is a Berenstain Bears thing all over again. I swear it was cup of noodles.
That was cup noodle, cup O apostrophe.
Yeah, exactly.
Nope, it's just cup noodles. Yeah.
This is the bigger story to me. It used to have an O in the middle. What are you talking about?
I don't know. I don't
know. Maybe the Wikipedia page will say something.
Okay, me and Mitsu are from like opposite ends of North America, and we both thought the same thing. Like, this has to be a thing.
I grew up in like one of the weeb capitals of the world outside of actually Japan. I really thought it was cup O apostrophe noodles, but it could have been cup noodles.
I only know the original, like the owner one, which is Nissin or Nissan, Nissim.
Yeah.
It doesn't say anything about cup O noodles anyway. It just says cup noodles.
Okay, this is a really important question. Chat.
Oh, there it is. The product name was originally Cup O Noodles before being renamed. Take the year, guess the year.
2020.
I'm going to say 2016.
Okay.
2012, I don't know.
Phoenix.
2016.
You all lost. It's 1993.
I knew it was going to
What?
It's going to be something stupid early. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
So you either remembered wrong or you were eating really old fucking cup of noodles.
What the hell?
That shit never expires.
I was not having those noodles in 1993, so I don't know what memory I've like clung on to. That's so weird.
Well, this apparently, this is an Etsy picture, but I guess this is what it used to look like. Cup of noodles. And yeah, that's
1993.
And now we just got cup noodles. What the hell are we even doing here?
Well, it costs them like an extra $7 for packaging every time. They don't have to use the extra O.
The extra O, yeah.
The extra O.
But what's this thing about the Berenstain Bears?
No, that's like the whole thing with the spelling of Berenstain Bears. That's like what the actual thing is called when you come across that. Like, I swear it's like Fruit of the Loom with the cornucopia, and it's
the
like
Mandela effect.
Yeah. That thing.
Yeah.
We learned so much today, huh?
The chat is flabbergasted by this cup of noodles versus cup noodles thing. By the way, cup noodles, while intensifying cancer odds dramatically, is delicious. Just want to point that out. Yeah. Wonderful, horrible food for you.
I'm sorry, I sabotaged your story. What are they doing with cup noodles?
I don't know.
I'm in shock.
Okay, it really doesn't matter. It's just a bunch of stuff. $70, you get a bunch of stuff, whatever.
Yeah, they're making a college kit, basically, Kay. And so it comes with like a kettle, the noodles and everything, and they're selling like a college kit now for students.
Okay, I want it.
That's actually pretty smart, though. It's pretty smart.
That is really
It's adorable. Listen, they still have like the Maruchan and the Nissin ramen pillows. You know what I mean? Like, this is just the next step up on the merch chain.
Yep. All right, Wasps came in and says, the heart tattoo in Jurassic Park Trespasser was your health bar. I'm not joking. Trespasser is considered a very bad game due to glitches, but was fun. The game was groundwork for Half-Life. Thank you so much,
correct.
Wasp. Professor Plaguebat says, forget Apex Legends, do Crime Boss instead. No. Sly Maverick with the Smash announcer voice. Game! The winner is Kirsha! Suffer Redditor, Suffer Claws, Suffer Bish. Thank you, Sly Maverick. Appreciate that. All right, we'll get to the rest of your supers here in just a minute. I want to move on. I want to talk about this right here. This video has 21 million views over on X. It says, I can't believe I just witnessed this. Okay.
Are you fucking serious? What the fuck is wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Bye.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Fuck you. Look at this. No!
Oh my God.
You see this?
Wow.
Walk away, bro. Walk away. Walk away. Walk away, bro. Walk away. 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 Dude, walk away. Walk away.
Okay, so dude gets assaulted by girl. Girl runs into his fist. Girl continues to fight the guy. Guy gets told to walk away.
Main takeaway, that guy should do a couple of push-ups. I mean, those were loosey-goosey. Am I crazy? Those were flipping and flopping all over the place. Lord.
Yeah. Well, the good news is that this girl was arrested. She was arrested. This girl says the only reason I was telling him was to walk away was to stop the fight because she was clearly out of her mind. In the end, I helped the man getting attacked by giving him the video and helping the police right here.
I'm so exhausted by this mentality that everyone has to always be the bigger person when there's one person that's very clearly the perpetrator and causing the issue. And that we just have to be like, okay, I'm just going to walk away. No, if you're going to attack me like that, you're getting it back, bitch. That's it. This is such a normalized thing in culture. It's like, oh, that person's insane. Just let it be. Why?
I'm with you on that. And Phoenix, I know we talk about having, you want to make sure these people have equal rights. Okay, cool. They also get equal lefts, right? If we can, when it comes
curb
to
stomped. Yeah.
Right.
Now we end it. Yeah. And then we drag their family in there too. That's kind of my speed. Yeah.
It's in a situation like that. Yeah, right. In a situation like that where it's very public, people see this. I understand the idea of, look, nobody wants to hurt when you're physically bigger than somebody who's attacking you. At a certain point, it's laughable. But after the first time she gets knocked on her ass, when she runs into his hand, just trying to stop, but then she continues at a certain point, you just gotta let it go, right? You just gotta, all rules go out the window. Sorry. And I'm not saying you ground and pound on her or anything like that. I'm just saying, you do your best to make sure the situation is under control. And I know for a lot of people, they thought the situation would be by walking away. But I feel like we've seen this point where these women in particular, I mean, these are fucking crazy women here, especially in a situation like this, that you do need to respond. Responding is not an option here. And especially when she instigated the fight here. So, but the good thing is that she got arrested. So that's nice. Mitsu, in a situation like that, what do you do?
I mean, I'm a little bit different than most people. I have a legendary ability to be able to de-escalate any situation. So I might not be the strongest person, but for some reason, if I can talk my way out of a situation, it always works out that way. I don't know why. People have told, I've done it without even realizing it, and people will come up to me afterwards and be like, that dude was ready to throw hands at you. I don't know how you actually got out of that situation without having to do it. Because I don't want to. Because at the end of the day, nobody should actually want to fight. The soldier is the last man who wants to go, but understands when it's time to go. So if I was in a situation where I had to, I'm going to throw down. If they're actually physically punching me, I'm going to physically punch them back. But until that happens, I'm going to try and do anything I can to get it before that point. Because I remember growing up, I tried a little bit to learn how to fight. I was okay at it, but then my friends thought it'd be a fun idea to create backyard bum fights and put me in it. And they actually got me in boxing gloves and stuff like that and tried to have me go after a friend of ours. And they were going to film it and everything like that. And I was just kind of I don't know, my heart's not really in it. So, you fake throwing a punch or two like that. You don't really know what to do. And eventually everybody just gets bored and they put it on somebody else. And some kid got his shit wrecked, Not me, but... Okay.
Well, she got her shit wrecked here. And also the person filming this also in the comments pointed out, just want to get your shit wrecked here. This person says, when he defends himself from the other woman, jumps in and pushes him. But when she jumps on his back and keeps attacking him, she does nothing over here. This, I like how everyone is protecting the women, attacking the man and not reprimanding or getting the woman. At a certain point, don't you do the same thing with the woman? Be like, hey, stop. You walk away. Instead of putting it on the guy here, this is a 3,000 likes. When you tell your wife she can't kill the kids.
Oof.
Speaking of, that's a good transition there. Let's talk about this Lindsay Clancy story.
Well, real
here.
Quick, can I throw in a little more, little
yes, God King
a little moral conundrum? What if it's a kid?
A little kid who is
So let's
attacking
say,
like this?
yeah, we're talking like you saw this person's jumping on their back. They're not relenting, right? Blah, blah, blah. So if it's like, I don't know, 12-year-old doing it, what do you do?
They're coming after you in an aggressive
In
manner.
that exact same way, you keep saying, go away, go. They keep jumping on you. They're jumping on you. It won't leave you. What do you do?
I'll tell you, I'm going to let everybody else take that. Then I'm going to show you what I would do. So, yes, by all means. Kay, go ahead.
You take that kid to a football field and you go goal and you kick it through like a punt. I don't know. Just stretch your arm out. They won't be able to reach you unless you're like my height. Then I'm screwed. We're on equal ground, me and a kid. So.
So then we are recognizing then that you have to restrain yourself if they're not as strong as you, because then in that case you have this woman here, and then should he have not done anything?
It's more like a child versus adult situation than like stronger versus weaker, in my opinion.
Oh, okay, you're okay. Gotcha. Okay, I was just curious.
Laz, what do you do in a situation like that?
Well, the woman can do whatever they want. This is an easy one. They could punch you. They could shoot you 15 times in a row. You're going to get...
So you're asking me if a woman starts attacking me, another woman?
Yeah.
Cat scratch.
Oh, yeah?
No, I don't know. I've never been attacked before. I actually don't know what I would do. Hopefully that never happens.
See, I actually strongly recommend in that situation, I can talk whatever game. Honestly, I would just keep trying to push him gently away, because here's the deal. That was saved by a camera phone. If he did anything to her, and then she could just press charges and look, I've got a black eye, and he is immediately going to jail. Immediately. They're going to take her word over his any day. So I think it's always exercise caution around them, because you will probably lose in the court of law.
Well, she was apparently arrested, so that's good.
Yeah, that's great, because that phone was there.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Phoenix, you ask what I would do in a situation like this, and there's video from a little bit ago of a boy who's attacking a man, and I think this is the way to handle it here. Like, kid went up, hit him like 5 times, And then, by the way, that's not the video I was looking for initially. There was this there's this video of this kid. These kids, there's this guy who's riding around on this motorcycle, and these kids like keep blocking him and stuff. And he ends up taking the kids. He just like yeeting them off to the side. That's the proper way to handle it. But I'll tell you, if a kid's gonna punch you 5 times in a row, you have a right to kind of just put them down and put them in their place. I guarantee that kid's not going to be doing that anytime soon to anybody else. With that said, while the nice little moral quandary of children is there, let's move on to this Lindsay Clancy story here. I know this has been a very rough story for everyone involved. This person, Tiffany, this does not seem like a very controversial statement that you shouldn't kill your children, but apparently this is a thing where Mitsu, Kay, have you followed this story at all? This Lindsay Clancy story?
A little while now.
Very, very loosely, because it just depresses the hell out of me that someone would do that. Honestly, that's I'm very much just holding it at a distance and going, that's just a horrible, awful thing.
Well, then you see ladies like this who have come in and they say, my heart breaks for Lindsay Clancy. I hate that it took a tragedy like this to talk about women's mental health and postpartum depression. Too often it is swept under the rug. Let's hear what she has to say about this.
So when I first started, paying attention and looking into this case, it actually broke my heart for everyone involved. in this. And I hate that it takes something like this to have a real conversation about women's mental health and postpartum depression, because it is a real thing. But a lot of times it is swept under the rug. Women have a lot of shame that surrounds it. People don't know how to support. And honestly, our medical healthcare system has failed women in a lot of ways. I worked as a triage nurse in an OBGYN clinic, one of the busiest ones in the city of Spokane, Washington. And people would be shocked if you knew the calls that I got, the women that came in. There is a reason that there is a safe place that a lot of hospitals have where women can come bring their baby to keep it safe and keep it alive if they are feeling any of these feelings. It's a real thing, and it happens probably more than people even realize. I am a mom of 3 boys. If you have some of these postpartum symptoms, they can tend to get worse with each child as well. So you have to be your own advocate. You have to be proactive. And if you do not have people in your life that understand that or know how to get you the help that you need, this stuff is real. And we need to address it in this country. A lot of times women are given the baby and they're shoved out of the hospital and said, good luck, you know?
She's talking about shit that isn't even remotely relevant to what's going on in the context of this case. She's talking about services for women who are calling in, who are having postpartum issues, who, you know, maybe they're going through tough situations. She offers those services. It's wonderful to do. But this woman had a psychiatrist. She was taking medications. The husband was a stay-at-home father to help support her. They had a nanny. This is not about a woman who suffered a psychological break and needs to be coddled by a system and put away and receive some sort of clinical treatment for what ailments she purported to suffer from. This is a woman who premeditatedly decided she was tired of her 3 kids existing and taking all of her time and energy, and told her husband to leave for a couple minutes to go get something from the store, and then choke the shit out of the kids. I just want to know, for all the people, all the women out there who support Lindsay Clancy, what are your thoughts on Chris Benoit?
Yeah. So, Blabs, do you know the Chris Benoit story?
Yeah, isn't he like that wrestler guy and he went and killed everyone in his family, including himself?
Yes, exactly. Yeah, he tragic case, and he has pretty much been disavowed by the entirety of all wrestling altogether. It was about 20 years ago. I think it was 2007 or so.
Yeah.
And you know, you see this, and nobody's saying that postpartum depression isn't real, but that doesn't give you an excuse to kill your kids. Correct. Like at any point, right? I think that's the thing, is this idea of having no self accountability. That's the biggest issue here. Everyone wants to blame, oh, well, the system failed her. No, she failed herself. She failed her children. She failed her husband. She failed everybody, to the point to where she literally murdered her children. That's messed up. Now, I play all that with the intention of talking about how there have been women who have supported this online, and these women, some of these women are divorced. Some of these women have custody of children, which has led to men actually reaching out to lawyers to talk about this. Let's listen to this gentleman here.
100%. I've already been consulting with some men in custody cases where their baby mama has been doing the solidarity hold a heart thing with the Lindsay Clancy stuff, and he's like, hey, this woman's got all kinds of former depressive issues. She's had self-harm issues. This now is evidence and validation that I have of that fact. Concern based upon, you know, prior allegations with no evidence, but allegations of hitting the kids. And so, yeah, we're going to go and swing for the fences, and we're going to try to strip this woman from having visitation rights. I want to be able to have a forensic psychiatrist interview this woman, just see just how wackadoodle she is. And we're going to use her TikTok posts.
So you see this now, and, you know, I got to be honest. Good. You should, if you have a wife or a girlfriend who is saying, oh man, I really am supporting the lady who killed her children, may want to re-examine that relationship. I don't know how safe I'd feel in a situation. I don't know how I'd feel about my kids in this situation. Do you guys think these men who are approaching lawyers are doing the right thing by do you think that they're looking out for their children, or do you think this is more of a power play for these guys saying like, look at this, maybe just using this as an example to get custody of their children?
It's perfectly reasonable.
When it comes to the safety of your children, you have to be a bit extreme, right? And you have to say, okay, you're supporting something like this. I'm more worried about the safety of my children than like anything else in it, right? So, yeah, there might be somebody who takes advantage of it, just like they take advantage of anything. But realistically, yeah, if somebody is supporting something like this, kind of warrants this reaction.
It is a concern, yeah, because it's not just a measure of one thing or another thing that failed here. It's a personality that you see where it's focused on her, and that kind of indicates what those people who support her are thinking, their mindset, to be like, oh, it's totally okay if you feel as a human being you're so stressed and you're so overworked and you're so this and you're so that if you just happen to slip this one time, we'll give you a pass. But there is no pass. You murdered 3 children. That's it. That's the end of the line.
Yeah, it's tough, man. What a horrible story, obviously, to see. And I hate seeing it show up on my timeline. And I hate, more than anything, I hate these women who are there, trying to show support for this psycho who did this to these poor babies, And I tweeted it out the other day. It was so stupid that it got traction. I just tweeted, "Babies' lives matter," and the fact that that is a tweet in 2026 is pathetic. I hate that. So,
do we know? I'm curious. Like, what? So, my question for all those that support her. Okay, fine, whatever. But have they said what they recommend is a punishment or not punishment? Is maybe Mitsu, maybe you know about that? Like, have they? What do we do then? Okay, fine. Let's go with your narrative.
What if she's found not guilty?
I'm saying, like, what is their proposed solution to this matter? That's what I'm curious about. Like, I want to walk with insanity here for a second. Walk me through it. Someone just offs their kids. What do we do? Oh, it's postpartum depression. All right, we give them a parade. Like, what is it that they want to do?
You probably know that? I don't know specifically, but if I had to venture a guess, it would probably be institutionalization for X amount of time, review with some sort of parole board to make sure, or not necessarily parole, but an equivalency for a medical board hearing to see if she would be eligible for release every couple of years, constant treatment, constant supervision, all that kind of stuff. And then probably 5, 10, 20 years, depending on good behavior, all that kind of stuff, they'll cut her loose. Especially because we don't really do the whole mental health institution as much as we used to in the United States. Most of the time it's incarceration, which is fine, but we also shut down a lot of mental health facilities, the crazy wards many years back, which was kind of a good thing because a lot of them weren't exactly that great. But as a result of also doing so, a lot of people get released early, and a lot of crimes and a lot of justice isn't necessarily seen through as a result of the trying to find the good word here, good graces of certain judge who probably shouldn't be wearing the robes.
One last little bit here to kind of put a pin on the story. I saw this, and this really drove home a couple things. So let me get this straight. Hormones make women crazy enough to kill 3 innocent babies and be exonerated of guilt. But prescribing hormones to children who think they're the opposite gender has no psychological effects whatsoever. Did I get that right? I feel like that's pretty much everything you need to say right there.
Their response is going to be no, the hormones get them to their sanity.
Yeah.
That's what they'll say. Because they're all crazy. Everyone's crazy.
Because they're all crazy.
Yes.
Because they're all crazy.
Well, it'll get you a good job in the WNBA, right?
Oh, let's move on to the WNBA. We'll do that here in just a second. But first, Tenarian says, I once put a violent woman over my lap and gave her a spanking. I'd had a bit to drink, and my friends then pulled me away faster than she could pursue us. I was smiling the whole time. A friend of mine dealt with a kid by throwing him over a fence.
That story had booze, kid shucking, everything. My God.
That's one. I just love the idea of Tenarian just taking a kid and yeet his friends doing that. All right, Blabs, let's get a couple supers real fast while I get the next story queued up. See, it's a doozy.
All right, so some of these are not clearing on my end, so apologies if I'm bringing it up again. Manny, for one, says nothing. Thank you, though. Real fake. This fake was, let's send Craig and Phoenix to FlameCon. Yeah, their nicknames can be Flame Boy and Flamer Boy.
Ooh, I like that.
Zell says, so we can bounce it off in the stripper pole clip with Phoenix laying in bed, kicking his feet, wearing fox ears again.
Sure.
We don't have that asset. Derek says, Phoenix, I had my son and nephew listen to your rant on Friday about real men getting shit done despite the obstacles. Thought it was pretty good. I'm trying to raise men for the generation.
Love to hear it. Attaboy.
Oh my God, I'm always so hard for hard news.
Who isn't?
Read that. Carlos, we should bring back duels. Yes. And like just jousting and stuff with the sticks and the poles.
Medieval
Can we have
times
monkey-
one.
Yeah.
I want Monkey Island duels to come back.
Sure,
Your mother
insult
looks
fighting.
like a cow.
Absolutely.
That's what I want.
Is that just like Shakespearean insults?
Oh
No,
my!
it's just-
You need to play Monkey Island. They have duels, and it's literally just banter back and forth. You would love it. It's
Oh,
like
I
totally your
absolutely would.
comedy. Yes.
Oh my God, you're talking about one of my favorites. Yeah, absolutely.
Love Monkey.
Okay, let's play.
Is
Young
Aaron
Stove.
Burr a fan of the show? Nobody, nothing. Come on.
All I heard is
Phoenix
girth,
apparently giggled.
and I don't think I heard
Aaron
you properly.
Burr. God, yes, Aaron
I
Burr.
was like,
Thank you.
what?
Young Stove says, I dwarf toss her like Gimli. I'm 5'6", 145 pounds. I'm defending myself. Also, workout Sunday soundtrack today, Shinobi 3. Hi, Kay. Hopefully she stays away today.
Oh, it was almost one whole day of not having to hear about her, but it's nice to see you, man. Hope you're doing well.
No, women just be crazy. It's been documented. Some women. It's true Lindsay's mental health should be considered. She was on 13 psych drugs at the time of the murders, or at least had 13 drugs in her system. Psychiatrist should be up for murder. Jesus.
That's what I heard. That's actually I tried to hear a little bit of the gray in this story. You know, I'm hearing the black and white. I'm hearing the extremes.
Sure.
And I did hear a decent. I don't agree with it, but a decent argument about. No, some of these women that are defending her is not so much about what we were discussing here. It's more about that here's a woman that was put on a bajillion psychiatric drugs, and is
Went
that
crazy.
maybe partly to blame? And if that, you're doing the right things. You're going to a mental health provider. You're thinking you're getting help. They're giving you the thing that debatably, questionably may have caused this or didn't help it.
I didn't know that. 13? That's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts. Yeah.
That's crazy.
quite a
Professor Plaguebat for 10 says, you don't get to claim personal agency and then try to absolve yourself by claiming victimhood. Have you guys heard of Marvel Tokon? Fighting Souls. Haven't seen many people talking about it, but I find it quite fun. It's a fighting game by a Japanese studio.
I really want to play it because I love Carnage, but it does not work on my Steam machine. Boo.
Jennifer, for one, says, remember when that woman in Houston drowned her 2 kids back in the early 2000s? There weren't any people protesting in her favor. Everyone was appalled to want to bring old Sparky out of retirement. They brought known Chinese K in as an NBA pro today. And then Wasp for 10 says, one of my family members said one of their relatives had schizophrenia and they couldn't take care of him. He was put in asylum until Reagan abolished them. The relative died homeless as a result. Wow. That's tragic.
Yeah.
I'll look it up for now.
Okay, let's go move on and talk about this story with Marty. So Marty O'Donnell is obviously a legendary Halo composer, played a big part in the original Halo series. He is also running for Congress, and in doing so, it's funny because we were talking about this before the show. This idea of this LAN party actually originated on our show when we had Marty on. We thought it'd be really fun. I've wanted to do a LAN party for years. And Marty took it. He's like, hey, that'd be a really fun idea. So he has taken it and he actually wanted to make the LAN party happen. Cool. I was actually talking to him just a few weeks ago and he had mentioned about doing it at HyperX Arena in Las Vegas. And we had talked just a little behind the scenes. We talked about potentially having it at Sin City, doing it before or after Sin City, maybe even doing it at the venue. But ultimately he chose to pursue doing it at this HyperX Arena at the Luxor in Las Vegas. And apparently he had things pretty much signed and ready to go. But alas, they found out that he has the wrong thing. And ultimately, he has been canceled for that. Let's take a look at this.
One of the fun things we thought we would do is to do what they call a Halo LAN party. And for those of you out there who have some nostalgia going on, you remember being on the couch with your friends playing Halo split screen and with LAN cables in your basement or your house. We thought it'd be fun to bring that back again as part of my campaign.
Who plays like that?
But also
Sorry.
because it's the 25th.
I'm getting autism from the way the controller was moving. I really hate when people LARP like that. Like, who uses a controller like that?
I think
And you covered the
for
logo.
camera.
They covered the logo.
It's probably for camera angle and sponsor avoiding.
That is the answer.
That is
B-roll.
definitely the logical
It's just
answer, but I have
B-roll.
autism, so
I know. Okay.
autism.
That's what you really need to take out of this was the controller.
Or else the
That's
thumb
right.
would just cover it.
25th anniversary of Halo Combat Evolved. So we talked to a place called HyperX here at the Luxor Hotel Casino in Las Vegas, where they put on events like this. And we had a great conversation with them for more than a month. A week ago, we had it was a little over a week ago, we had a really good Zoom call with about 4 people from the venue. And they were very excited, and we were going forward with it. And then all of a sudden, we got this strange lawyer-looking letter from them that said that they had to. So let me make sure I quote it correctly. They said they needed to
Phoenix. This music
reject
is so intense.
Fucking fire.
Yeah, I feel like I'm about to go into Tron or whatever. Like,
Yeah, man.
our plans for using
He's gonna go
their
to Plaid
venue
behind
for
him.
this fun,
You're right.
fan-oriented Halo event because of our political affiliations. And so that was quite a shock to us. Many things were happening at the same time. We had AOC talking about woke one being, kind of crazy. And I'm like, at the same time she's talking about that, I feel like we're getting canceled by woke 2, whatever woke 2 might be, 2.0. I also got canceled from an invitation to go to a fan event up in Sacramento.
All right, we talked about that. Now, the actual email he shared online, so this was the email that Allied Esports sent to us, telling us we couldn't use the HyperX Arena for our event. First and foremost, we want to thank you for considering HyperX Arena Las Vegas for your upcoming event. I know that you were planning on walking the arena Friday. Unfortunately, after reviewing the proposed event, including the participating organization sponsors and individuals associated with the program, we will not be able to accommodate your event at HyperX Arena Las Vegas. As a co-branded venue, we operate under extensive contractual requirements that place certain restrictions and approval requirements on events involving political and socially affiliated organizations and individuals. Based on the political affiliations associated with the event, we are unable to obtain approval from our contracted partners. The decision is based solely on the contractual obligations and venue requirements and should not be interpreted as a position by HyperX Arena Las Vegas or our staff regarding any individual organization, political party, or political viewpoint. I do apologize for the inconvenience this may have caused, but I do appreciate your interest in the venue and your understanding in this matter here. So it's a Republican event, and Allied Esports has very clearly said, we don't want you. We don't want you at our event here. Anyone here shocked by this, that they would be doing this here? Phoenix? Mitsu?
No.
Still a little.
No?
I'm a little. I was hoping we were past this. And that we could still move forward and have some sort of equivalency when it comes to these kinds of matters. But it feels like it's honestly getting a little bit worse and not better.
Correct.
So what do you think Marty does in this situation? They find another venue, and I go back to, you have these venues that they don't. This is to be clear. This is legal discrimination. They absolutely can do this, and no, Marty cannot sue. It is a private place of business. This is legal discrimination. They're totally. This goes back to, hey, why don't you just bake the cake, right? Why don't you just bake the cake? Well, they have the right to refuse service to anybody, and they are doing so based off of his political affiliation. So you're dealing with this venue that's in Las Vegas. In a situation like this, the only real opportunity here is to build your own HyperX esports arena and do that. Now, once again, it just comes down to money, right? Time. Talk about, but Phoenix, is that the only solution? Build your own?
Well, I'm sure there's other solutions. I'm exhausted just saying the same thing over and over again. So I'll say it again. It's like, listen, for going on almost like literal decades, plural, I have been screaming this. And I will say that not many people, obviously our audience totally gets it. So this is not me wagging my finger at this audience, not in the least. But so many people don't get it. And I'll say like, hey, we need to start building. You start small, and of course, and then you also got to support that small thing. Obviously you can't keep comparing it to the big boys of entertainment or whatever. Obviously we're not going to be able to do that. We don't have the funding. We don't have the organization, but you got to start somewhere and you really have to do your best to support it. I don't know how many times it's going to take. I'm confident the answer is it'll never happen. That this side of the aisle, many people on this side of the aisle will ever hear it. They don't want to hear it. They just want to just focus on their things of making money and corporation, blah, blah, blah. And they don't want to invest in any art or culture. So I don't know how many times you have to like put a fork in a socket and get shocked every single time. And then just like, wait, I don't understand. Why isn't the world bending to me? Like, right. Well, yeah,
I understand everything that you're saying, but it's not like they publicly were saying we're not going to work with Republicans. This is something that came after they had been through the entire. There was no indicator at this point that this is how they thought. It's not
need to. Guys, I don't know what, there's communists in power. I don't know what time we all think it is. It's time to start building things. This shouldn't even have been an issue. It shouldn't be, I'm going anywhere. I'm going to make my own space and we're all going to go to that space. Confirmed. I'm an extremist. So I'm going to work with these people here. Never. I want to now only work in a place that I have 100% control over, 100%. And that way, everyone that's on board knows that they're in a place that they're going to be accepted. The end. Because how many times have you seen this? Deal is like, hey, sign the deal. Everything's great. And then last minute, you're gone now. We don't want to work with you anymore because a little bit of pressure came or a little bit of a boycott or a little bit of whatever. You have to start putting that infrastructure in place. I don't know how many times we sit here and listen to the same story over and over again. Imagine if we had our own place. It's very simple.
Well, it makes me wonder if there's a place that they can get in contact with. Because I think of somebody who might actually support this idea. And the first place that came to mind was Dana White and the UFC. They recently overhauled the Apex, where they hold their weekly fight nights. And as a result of that, it looks a lot more spacious. There's plenty of seating. I was thinking if they're doing something local to the Vegas area, because I think Marty's relatively close to that area, if I recall correctly, right? Because he's coming to your event, yeah?
Yeah. Yes, he is. Absolutely.
Yes. Absolutely. So what if he did a LAN party and they just had it in the Octagon? And they had everybody around it like that. Because Dana's certainly not going to tell them no. And that's a good
my point.
Yeah, right. So he just needs to get into touch with Marty. Go reach out to Dana White. I'm sure he probably has your number already through crazy methods. All rich people do that kind of thing.
Well, Marty knows Trump. Trump knows Dana.
There you go.
Ficto facto, whatever. Right. Look, I agree with everything that you're saying, Phoenix, as far as building things. And once again, not to push things any further, but look, when events like this happen, whether it's the LAN party, whether it's Sin City, whether it's whatever, you got to show up. That's what I also said. You have to also I'm getting it. I'm not wagging my finger at anyone. I totally understand it. But for this to work in a perfect world, whatever a independent person on our side produces, it benefits if it is then supported. I can't tell you how many movies I watch from our side. And listen, they're not the best,
But I support it, and I'll try my best to like it as much as I possibly can, because I understand how this works. It's gonna start small. It's really tiny, but you gotta show up. You gotta facilitate it. You gotta fund it with the aim of not so much this product, but the product 5 years from now. And typically we don't see that. And again, I'm not pointing my finger at anyone. That in a perfect world, that's how you build momentum. It has to be that. You partner with UFC because you know that's an ally. You don't go for anything that you can't 100% control, that you don't know the 100% outcome of. We're done with that, because anything will make them cancel. Literally anything will make them cancel. UFC won't. Try and tell that to Dana White. Dana White will tell you, go fuck yourself. Whatever happens, you're like, no, we're doing this thing.
Right.
That's what it has to be.
What's funny is, apparently people had called HyperX and complained about it, right? And to be clear, people have called the venue that we are doing Sin City at, and they have complained about us being there. And to the Space's credit, which is the venue that we're doing at, they have not said anything, right? They have not said anything to us about canceling or anything like that, which is why, once again, I just encourage everyone, pick up a ticket. Come join us. Meet us out in Vegas. We got this event coming up. It's about 5 weeks away. We'd love to see you guys there. Look, people say if you build it, they will come. We are doing our best to build it, so please come. Hopefully you guys can make it out there. And look, to be clear, we're not looking to make any money on this thing at all. We're probably going to lose money on the event, but it's just a matter of doing the event. Just do it, and hopefully folks show up for it. And we realize that the timing on it is, in an ideal world, we probably should have done it on a Saturday night to give you guys time to travel in. We understand you probably need to take a day off to come join us if you're traveling in. We get it, right? It's inconvenient. It's on a Friday, not a Saturday. Sorry about that. Wish we could have done it on a Saturday night, but it is what it is, and we're doing our best here. We're going to continue to do our best and continue to build.
And to add to that, again, I think I've mentioned this before. Let's say our event is a success, even if it's not, let's say, a financial success. It's a success in what we output, and people had a great time. Well, then another group on our side may have looked at that event and go, wow, there's a market for this. Yes. Maybe we can do this. And then theirs is just a little bit bigger, and so forth and so on. And then, hey, maybe you have a VTuber convention now that is safe to go to and you actually can go to. So it all builds into something, but we have to start somewhere, and we have to actually do it instead of relying on these external forces that we can never predict. You can predict that we're going to try our best to do something. You can trust that we're going to try and put on a great show. You can trust that we're going to try and make this a jumping off point to do bigger things in the future, right? So find people like us or someone else, whatever, with that same passion to make something, and support it if you can. Even if it's not money, then get the word out. I know times are tough. Totally get it. Yep. I'm not putting this on anybody at all. I get it. I'm just saying, maybe just push it, forward it to somebody that might be interested. Things like that help get us these spaces so we can stop relying on all these factors that we can't control.
Yeah, correct.
And that space is not going to ban you guys for having Jake there.
Yeah.
Not yet.
not yet.
Not yet. Not yet. Yeah, and right, it is expensive, right? 100%. It is meant to be a like I said, we're not making any money on this event. Just the rental of the venue costs $10,000. All right, it's $10,000 to rent the venue. So it costs a shit ton of money to rent the venue, to have production and do all that stuff. So yeah, man, and then on top of that, it's the flights out there and the hotels and everything goes along with that. So look, it costs a shit ton of money to do these events. That's just it. But the point is, we just got to do them. We just got to do them. Let's build it brick by brick, slowly. Totally understand. So totally get it. So, all right, let's go and move on and get onto this WNBA nonsense. But first, before we do, Blaz, why don't you get a couple supers? And
if you need my help, let me know.
Okay, so far. All right. Charitard for 5 says, this will always be a problem at tech-related venues. Unless you're a socialist, they will always smother the right from networking. Critical Catastrophe for 20 says, just sat in the DMV for 2 hours. At least share my birthday with Phoenix. Happy birthday! Not you, Phoenix.
Thank you.
Happy dropped out of our mama's day, Peggy. It's my bedtime. I'll catch the show later. I hope you have a great birthday or rest of your birthday.
Thank you, Critical. Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday,
Sorry you were
Phoenix.
stuck in a DMV for
you.
2 hours. Max for 10 says, was Marty's event actually sponsored by Republican side? If I was running a neutral venue, I wouldn't want either side to fundraise or campaign. If he just happened to be running, it should have been allowed. And
I don't know the answer to that.
For 2 says, big thanks to Phoenix for giving me his time for an interview about this very topic for my hobby magazine, White Shark Quarterly. I read some of that. It's very
Thank you,
cool.
brother.
All right.
Patty?
All right,
Cenarian says with 5 says, at this rate we'll have a trend of men choosing the bear. Thank you, Cenarian. Appreciate that. Grr. All right. Let's talk the WNBA and how it just can't get out of its own way. I know, Phoenix, this is one of your favorite topics. I love it. We saw Enes Kanter Freedom, the former 3rd pick in the NBA draft who had been blackballed by the NBA. He announced he's going to be going up to be draft eligible in the WNBA. And yesterday, he made his way to the Indiana Fever Chicago Sky basketball game in the W, which, once again, they don't know what the W means, but it's a thing. Now, did you see him actually going towards the stadium yesterday? Look at this. This was the brouhaha that happened as he was walking towards the stadium.
Bitch ass nigga. Bitch ass out of Chicago. I'm not touching him. I'm just saying.
Oh my God. Is that a man doing it?
Yes, that is a dude. This guy right here.
Oh,
yep.
Just walks up to him, bitch ass nigga. Get out of here.
Oh, missed him.
What?
Nah, he's
He
fine.
said-
Don't worry about it.
It was the A. It's okay.
It's a quote.
Grew up in Union.
Bitch ass out of Chicago.
I'm not touching him. I'm just saying, fuck you, bitch.
Did you hear that? I'm not touching. I'm just saying F you. Here we go.
You was sorry in the league. You was sorry in the league. Sorry ass. You was sorry in the league. You was sorry in the league. You didn't even do good in this
What
league.
a fucking cuck man that is.
I don't like the guy making fun of him. I don't agree with the guy, but the insults are kind of funny.
Well, the thing is, he wasn't sorry in the league. He averaged 11 points a game throughout his career. I mean, that's a pretty serviceable dude.
He was,
you know. Yeah, he was pretty okay.
Oh, God, someone elect me into power. I'm done.
King Emperor for the win.
Oh, it's fucking time. That guy doesn't know what's coming. Oh, if I was elected, come on, dude. Well, yeah, you're just taking the power, but and never give it back. But no, I mean, I can't believe that was a guy potentially upset about his transgender viewpoint. It was a dude, a black dude of all people. That guy was upset.
Right. Yep. So he got court.
God.
So Enes Kanter Freedom got courtside seats, and he actually stood up during the national anthem. But I don't think a lot of people realize the reason why his name is Enes Kanter Freedom is because he actually, once he became a U.S. citizen, after escaping Turkey, he added freedom to his name. Like he is about as hardcore as an American as you can possibly be because he's seen the other side. His name was Enes Kanter, and he added freedom when he became a U.S. citizen. So when the national anthem is played, he holds his hand over his heart, and he appreciated it. So he went to the game, stood for the national anthem. This is the thing. He wore a shirt that says woman, adult, human, female. And then the dust up happens. It's halftime. It's halftime. I need to know the right. He says, I need to use the restroom. Rules are rules, WNBA. No. So just a little bit of trolling over here. Okay. So fast forward now to the game itself. The game happens. It is the end of the third quarter. This lady right here, or the lady that we're going to see, actually earlier in the weekend, there was a green dildo thrown on the court, which has become a reoccurring theme in the WNBA. I don't know if you guys have seen this. We did. I think we did this several years ago.
We did talk about
yeah,
the
last year, I
show.
thought.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was a great
even this year, for all we remember.
Oh, really?
It was a great cross promotion with Star Wars.
So this was before the weekend here, and a green dill was thrown on the court, and this is what she said. This is the exact same lady who got in it with Ines Cantor Freedom.
I'm lame as fuck. Sorry, Mom. And I just, man, and like, in most of these occasions, it's men. And I want you to know that is the gayest thing that you can do, is to go to a store, a sex shop, buy a dildo, come to a women's game to throw the dildo on the court. That is the gayest shit that I've ever heard. So,
I thought you couldn't say gay like that. I don't know. I thought using
Maybe
gay as
she's
an
gay
insult.
herself, so she can say it.
She's
a black woman. I mean, that's
she's mega gay, like super mega gay.
Let's be honest. Lizzie the Leslie.
Okay, so I want you to take a look here real fast. The game is actually a close game. You can see on the bottom of your screen, 81-75. And that's going to play into this story just a little bit here in just a little bit. And keep in mind, Chicago, just from a purely sports perspective, they have to win this game because they're in the playoff hunt right now. Okay, they're trying to win this game against the Indiana Fever, the most popular team in the league. And let's see what happens.
6-point basketball game.
That's her.
Chicago staying in it. Natasha Cloud. And right before the break, this was the scene inside Wintrust Arena. After Natasha Cloud got that bucket, she wanted her voice heard.
Okay, so she then approaches him. He puts his hand out. The mistake that he makes is he steps forward.
Yep.
He steps forward onto the court. That ultimately gets him kicked out of the arena. And you can see here, as he's making his way out, they're trying to explain to him. He's over here to make his way out. Talk, blah, blah, blah. He is instigating. But here's the thing about this. He got everything that he wanted out of this. He got the shirt on TV. He got national coverage talking about this. And this is the WNBA, they can't get out of their own way when it comes to this stuff. And all of this hubbub could end right now, today, yesterday, 3 weeks ago, if they would just define who can play in their league and who can't. That's it. But they refuse to do this. Refuse to do so. So he gets kicked out of the game. He tweets out, "I just got kicked out of a WNBA game for supporting women. Let that sink in, America." This is 5 million views over it. Just killing. This is him on the way out, actually, in the concourse. They're trying to get him out of here.
I'm supporting women, and that is the reason that they're kicking me out. This is unacceptable.
Push back just a little bit more.
So he gets booted. Phoenix.
I hate to be Killjoy. I'm actually against this. So what are you gonna say?
No. I'm very curious. What specifically are you against?
Yeah. So I mean, I get it. I don't want to be the Killjoy, but I'm looking at pure strategy. I want to win, right? That's my thing, right? You can't give. You are playing on a really uneven battlefield here, very uneven. Anything you do wrong, you're gonna lose then. So, like, if my goal as that guy is to get my ass on that court and get to play against the women, which I want to see, right? Any of these, they could potentially say, you know what, we were considering you, but then after your display of what you're doing, that goes against how the WNBA plays. You are intentionally at odds with us. It's like that shit. You got to be so good. Like Martin Luther King got it. He understood, like, no violence, no nothing, Like, you got to be perfect. Unfortunately, you have to be perfect. And what he did was he went there, instigated. I love it. I'm laughing. That's not what I'm against. But now you're also then stepping forward. You're causing a problem. Now they may have some reasons to deny you what you're trying to do.
Don't give them a reason.
I mean, okay, social attention, though, like, this is probably the most the WNBA has ever been looked at. A lot of people who were otherwise on the fence are now actually understanding the severity of the issue and what he's trying to do. So, let's say hypothetically WNBA does use this as an excuse to go against him and not let him in. I feel like there's going to be enough other people that rise from that see an opportunity. And so it's kind of, to me, it's more creating a movement, and he should be the spectacle, and there will be other people who also try to follow in his footsteps. That's how I personally view it. So I think maybe stepping on the court was not the best idea because that ultimately got him kicked out. But at the same time, the amount of attention, the amount of conversation that this is getting, like, I didn't pay attention to WNBA at all. And now I'm like, okay, this is hilarious. I need to look at it. And there's a ton of people that are invested that, in the sports world, they kind of they watch the sports, whatever, but even they're looking at this like, what the hell's happening? What's the future for our children, etc. So I think it's a really important conversation. He's kind of like a catalyst for that. And there's going to be other people that kind of follow in those footsteps and make sure that it happens the right way.
We don't control the media. So that allows them to run things and control that narrative of what that was. These people aren't seriously trying to do anything. They're instigators. They're in the limelight. They're trying to get clicks. This guy hasn't been relevant in how long? And now he's trying to do this, and they're trying to make a mockery of women's sports. Do you know how long we had to fight to get women's sports?
And to be clear, last night on SportsCenter, this game was aired on ESPN, or it was on NBC last night, which is a nationally broadcast game. Okay. Generally, this is one of the top teams in the league, with the top player in the league, with Caitlin Clark, who plays on the Indiana Fever, the most popular. So anytime a game with Caitlin Clark is on, SportsCenter will run a story about it. They'll run a 2-minute package on the game, a highlight package. They ran that package last night. Not a second was put into talking about the Enes Kanter thing. Not a second was talked about the confrontation. Nobody, the game was fine, whatever. But everybody's talking about the confrontation. And Phoenix, I am with you on this. I think the biggest mistake he made was taking that step forward. And putting his arms out looks confrontational, right? If he would have stood there and he just would have clapped and been like, hey, great job, and didn't even need to be smarmy. Just, hey, good job, way to go, instead of putting his arms out, the perception is the reality. We understand what he's doing. The psychos who don't will look at that and be like, what was, look at how confrontational he was. When in reality, she's the one who started the confrontation the entire time. But the perception is, look at the 6'10", 250-pound guy going against the 5'10", 150-pound woman, right? And whatever. But, once again, the logic is men and women equal, whatever. Okay, sure, whatever, right? You can very much see the size and stature difference between the two. With that said, the general response is, while I agree with you, Phoenix, on that, the general response is something like this. Enes Kanter is putting on a clinic on exactly how to deal with woke absurdity. Mock it. Let everyone know you're mocking it, but don't actually say you're mocking it. Let everyone see their intolerance. Let everyone see they are the bigots they claim you are. More here. This person says, so I posted the below article on keeping former boys out of girls' leagues on Facebook, and I sent it to my email list, both on Friday. Yesterday, my wife and I went to a party at my gay buddy Kenny was having. First thing he said as we showed up, so how many fucks did you get? How many fuck yous did you get from that article? I told him I got about 5 you fuck you emails and about 30 thank you for sending us emails. He said, yep, that's about right. Let me guess. The fuck yous were from single, childless, straight women over the age of 40. He was 100% spot on. It was hilarious. I told him, yeah. And he said, they think they're helping, but they're not. They have no skin in the game. Just ignore them. The real gays have your back. Let's go get a beer.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, it's good that this is loud and in the open because now everyone's just pulling themselves into and being like, this is ridiculous. I just agree and, let them show their colors personally.
Speaking of their colors, here's a nice example.
Fuck you! You transphobic assholes!
What is your shirt, ma'am?
Hold on, let me see.
Trans athletes, what?
Belong here. Yeah, with a weird E at the end.
Ugh.
She's like a Disney person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do that one more time.
Fuck you! You transphobic assholes!
Ooh.
Got him.
Now, got him. Yeah. Phoenix, you're right though about the media. This is from an Emmy-nominated sportscaster. This person, Chris Williamson. I've never heard of this person before, but this post is getting a lot of traction online. The moment the league didn't discipline Sophie Cunningham for her transphobic comments, they set the table for almost all this political discourse and nastiness towards the trans community. Her conduct has objectively been detrimental to the league. Now, Sophie Cunningham is a member of the reason why the Indiana Fever, for those who are just playing catch up, the reason why the Indiana Fever are such a lightning rod is because Sophie Cunningham plays on the team. She's like the sixth man on the team. She comes off the bench, she hits threes, she sets screens, right? And people think she's attractive, right? Kate, are you familiar with Sophie Cunningham at all?
I think she's the woman that was like pointing, right? She went viral for that.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes. So I think it's important, based off of this statement here, the quote unquote transphobic comments that Sophie Cunningham made. Let's actually take a look at what she actually said. Okay? This is the exact quote. I want to protect young girls in sport. They shouldn't have to play against biological men. That's what she said. And that is what's being deemed as transphobic. That is why they're wearing Protect Trans Kids shirts. That's why they're saying you have women yelling, fuck you, you transphobe, here, because she said, I want to protect young girls in sports. This wasn't an anti-trans statement. It was a pro-women statement, pro-girl statement, which I think is like the biggest thing that's getting misconstrued in this whole thing, is that she's saying, hey, I like that girls have a place for them to do their own thing. Bringing it back to the girl, Natasha Cloud. After the game, over on Threads, of course on Threads, she posted this. To every trans kid / person, you are a part of my community and tribe. You belong, you're loved, you're seen, you're perfect as you are, and you'll always be protected by me.
What is her lesbian ass gonna do? Slap a person?
Well, I would say that the irony of this statement is that they clearly don't think they're perfect because they want to trans their body, right? They want to change everything about them right here.
That and she was confrontational with a person that claims they are trans. Therefore,
I agree.
You don't accept everyone. Like this goes
She's
back
a
to our
bigot.
conversation a few weeks ago, where it's like, what is the prerequisite? What do you do? Do you test their midichlorians to figure out if they're actually trans or not? Like, what is the metric here?
Right.
It's what you accept in your tribe. It's not actually who should be a part of the tribe. It's who you want to bring into it. It's not the same thing.
Now, do you remember when I mentioned how close the game was when
Yes.
she went on that little thing, right? This is really funny. Just little stats and data for you from Jason Whitlock. After Natasha Cloud hit a bucket and then moved to her Ennis Cancer publicity stunt, the Chicago Sky got outscored 32-15. Cloud had cut the Fever lead to 81-75 late in the third quarter. Then she continued her publicity campaign. She never got another bucket right here, and they got eliminated from the playoffs after that, and all of her energy got sucked out of the game. So that was it. But that didn't stop the Chicago Sky from naming her player of the game.
Wow.
Right.
That's right. That's where we're at right there. So
This is so unserious, man. It's
Can-
the sport
I,
takes nothing seriously.
I would like to propose like if I'm a general here, here's what I would do. Okay?
Yes,
Maybe
please.
so from the future. Shock and awe. So what if we could reset the pieces here, what I would be doing, and please help me if my plan does not work.
yes.
That guy gets a bunch of his other basketball friends, and you say, listen, we're about to Trojan horse this motherfucker. We're going to get 5 to 10 people. We're going to go in. We're not going to say shit. We are going to try out. We also have hired every lawyer there is. We're going into this thing to just do the tryout and let them, because they're going to laugh at it. They're going to dismiss it immediately because there's no eyeballs attention to this at all. The WNBA is not going to bring attention to this because they don't want that in the news. And so you really got them by the balls here because they're not aware of what you're doing. So they're going to behave in a way that most likely litigation-wise can affect them. Good, let them do that. Then the lawsuits come in. Then you make the announcement. Listen, we tried. Then you make the statements. We tried so hard to be to become players on this thing, all the thing, but now you control the narrative. You've got every eye on you. You've got lawsuits heading their way, and all social media behind you going, holy shit. And now you have control. And now you can start building a lot of momentum and start making this into something bigger. Instead, by doing it this way, it gives them the upper hand where they can try their best to watch you like hawks and find a way that you never entered their arena, if that makes sense. And now, like, you've kind of, now they're going to be watching that. Like, it's like basically tipping off your enemy. You want to make sure that you kind of go right in the night, quietly in the night, in the shadows, infiltrate, and then dominate that. That's what I would have probably done. And you still get the social media attention. You still get all that. But now you have control over everything. Over everything.
Right. Well, he did say that there are about 10 players who are willing to join him.
Yeah, that'd be great.
So maybe that happens.
I want this to happen so badly.
I know. Me too. Well, there's more here, WNBA here. So stand by. I know you're excited for this. This person puts it here. It says, they don't hate Ennis because he's pretending to be a woman. They hate him because he's exposing their mental illness. A little bit more WNBA. Speaking of mental illness, did you see that the
power? That's what I would say. They hate him because it's not their mental illness. They hate him because they're exposing their power. This is a power play. It's a power grab.
Well, this may be a power play as well. Phoenix, there's a new team in the WNBA called the Toronto Tempo, right? And the Toronto Tempo have unveiled their brand new mascots here. Dez, the snapping turtle, and Dot, the Arctic hare. Now, this is important because I want to let you know, and Kay, maybe you can make your way all the way across to Toronto to see Dez the snapping turtle and Dot the Arctic hare, because Dez uses she, they pronouns while Dot uses she, her pronouns. And here are their mascots here, right here. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that great? We got we need mascots with pronouns and their bios here. That's where we're at right there. So, did it get you excited for a little basketball? No?
So damn cringe, man. What the hell is that?
Yeah. Dez's guilty pleasures are ASMR videos, by the way. Oh, that's a thing. So, this is
just introduced to the sold-out crowd in Scotiabank Arena, and I was told by my very smart producer.
Dez is not turtly enough for the Turtle Club.
Showing the horoscope, though, is very woman, so they're in line there.
Yeah.
A little bit more here as well. I don't know if you saw over the weekend that a woman tried to follow in the Indiana Fever. A woman at an Indiana Fever New York Liberty game tried to pay to have a message on the Jumbotron. Did you see this as well?
Nope.
No.
Okay. So a woman tried to put it on the message on the board, and the team reached out saying that they pretty much said no, and that it would violate the spirit and not eligible for display. But you know what is eligible for display at the New York Liberty games? And by the way, that it was the message that was displayed, that was originally supposed to be displayed, was meant to be. It was pretty much just saying like "Go Sophie, congratulations." It said, "Thank you, Jennifer Say, XXXY Athletics will save the day." That's it. That's what it was going to be. Jennifer Say, who is the CEO of XXXY Athletics, she's been on our show before. That's what got denied. You know what didn't get denied, Phoenix?
I did not. I do not know.
Oh man, this right here. Hey, trans fans, glad you're here. Go Liberty.
Oh my God. Oh.
Wow. Yep. Welcome, trans Liberty fans. You are loved and you belong.
Okay,
big welcome to the New York. Yeah.
Let's
big
have
welcome
that
to the
guy
New York.
report, then.
Right. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. It's
You're
ridiculous.
welcome. Like, that's it. Okay, perfect. Then that guy can show up. What's the big deal?
It's amazing. It's honestly amazing. The WNBA is, I've never, ever like I love sports, and I don't care who knows. I've always loved sports. I love the pageantry of sports. I love the competition of sports. I love the masculinity of sports. I love the testosterone around sports. I love competition. Love it. I've never seen a league fuck things up so bad. Ever. It's been amazing to watch. And it's such a simple, like it's death by 1,000 cuts. These four things happened just in the last like 3 or 4 days since our last show. It's fucking amazing. I'm amazed by these people.
Well, again, it's like, let's say in Sport X, suddenly there's a Trump ad. How many people that don't like Trump would boycott it?
Well, yeah. So here's the thing, though, is that there's no. I understand your logic, and I agree with you 100%.
The answer is they would all boycott it. And because it's their religion, they would never go ever again.
But there's no conservative league, right? The idea of sports is that it's supposed to be the ability for everybody to come together. It's truly merit-based.
But now it's
left,
not. So
right.
Now it's
right.
not. So what are you going to do? So I'm telling you what the other side does. The other side goes, because this is like a terrorist extremist group, they say, we're done, not for today, not for tomorrow, we're done, period. Now, what does our side do? Okay, I guess I hope it gets better tomorrow. I'm just trying to remind everyone what you're up against because no one seems to be paying attention. That's all. Well, hate to be the guy, but...
The thing about, like, when it comes to sports leagues is obviously it costs a shit ton of money to start a sports league. But the biggest damage, the most damaging thing that could be done to the WNBA is the same thing that's allowed it to have any sort of relevance the last few years, is Caitlin Clark would leave. Caitlin Clark left. Sophie Cunningham left. Popular player. They're like the two most popular players in the league, right? And everyone else would go back to obscurity and nobody would care about the league, right? If they left, started their own thing, even if it was like a 3-on-3 league or a 4-on-4 league or whatever, it doesn't need to be a 30-person league like the WNBA. But if Caitlin Clark left, the WNBA, its partners would fall off the face of a cliff, and that would hurt it. Now, I don't know if Caitlin Clark is that person who would do that. I don't know how she is politically. I don't know. I mean, she's publicly said that she's
definitely a lefty.
supports all the rights and all that stuff, whatever, right? So
I'm just saying, imagine if like Black National Anthem in football comes and everyone says, that's it, I'm not going, the end, done. Yeah. If anyone did this one time, they would be like, oh shit, we just lost a lot of money. We need to course correct. And then maybe they do it one more time and you do it one more time. And then that's it. They like these affiliations are like, okay, we're done with politics. We're out. My point out of what I just said was one side treats this with the respect it deserves. And the other one keeps saying, no, I hope tomorrow gets better. And I'm going to remind everyone what time it is. Communists are in office. I don't know when everyone's going to wake up. You're losing. You're going to continue losing because one side cares. Other one doesn't. Don't know how else to say that. That's what's actually happening. Well, whatever you want to do with that information is up to you. I'm not saying you should love the things you want to love. I'm not telling you what to do. Just reminding you of what's happening because that side, that's why I use that example. You put Trump somewhere, that side will decimate your corporation. They will decimate it. Look at that energy. Can we match that energy? No. So that's what you're up against.
All right, let's go ahead and get a couple of supers and then move on to our next story. No, listen, I mean, you put a pin in it. Put a pin in it, and you're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right, real quick before we get to some supers, friends, I need you to get out your phone. I need you to get out your phone. Be ready to scan the QR code because on your screen right now is a QR code for Rumble freaking Wallet. You've heard us talk about Rumble Wallet extensively, and you know what? You're going to now because they have sponsored this episode of Side Scrollers. Here's the thing. On your screen right now, there is a QR code. I encourage you to get out your phone, scan that, and download the Rumble Wallet app. Now, you don't know a whole lot about Rumble Wallet. That's great. Let me just tell you this. This is what you need to know. It is step one of it being an alternative to like payment processors. Right now, you can do some amazing things. You want to support creators? Guess what? That's the first step of all this. Right now, if you want to support Side Scrollers or any other creator using Rumble Wallet, you give $1, we get $1. You give $1 over on YouTube, we get 70 cents. You sub over on Twitch, we get half of that. Now with Rumble Wallet, 100% comes to us. It's the best way to support independent creators like us over here on Rumble, which is great, and all independent creators. Once again, this is step one. Later on down the line, this is meant to be a payment processor solution where you're going on buying something. You can just scan your Rumble Wallet app. It's awesome. Listen, big things planned. Become an early adopter of it. Scan the QR code on your screen like we talked about, or go to wallet.rumble.com and check it out for yourself. You may like it, you may not, but you at least should give it a try. We are big fans of alternative tech, alternative options to different apps. This is a great place to start. We appreciate them. They support us. Consider supporting them. Thanks to Rumble Wallet for your continued support of Side Scrollers. A quick reminder that this is a paid advertisement from Rumble Wallet. They're sponsoring this portion of the episode because they're awesome, and they will continue to do so because they're awesome. So please continue to support them as they support us. Thank you, Rumble Wallet, for your wonderful support. All right. Let us continue here, friends. This is the number one video game and entertainment podcast in God's green earth. So I think it's really important that we do take a second here to talk specifically about video games with Kay and Mitsu here. Kay, did you see the update that's coming to Fable?
I saw one picture.
Here it is. This is
Did
what
they
you
fix
need
it?
to know. They did.
What?
Yes.
No, they didn't fix it.
Yeah. Oh. Go ahead, Blabs.
Well, I'm confused as to why you're saying they fixed it. What do you mean they fixed it?
By all means, go ahead.
Anyway, that's a different character.
Oh.
By fixing it means they're fixing their marketing. So, yes, they're looking at a different character because they realize that they, you can't go around and bust this out and expect people to buy your game.
So is this like a background NPC that you never see, probably? Just like in the background? It's like crowd member number 2000?
Whoops. Yeah. So yes, we have that. And Vera reported on this. Let's just get a couple seconds of Vera here as she talks about this.
Because that is an upgrade if it was. Woo.
Yeah. Okay, we'll get to Vera here in a second. Here's the upcoming right here. They got to be a little bit more when it comes to this. Just a little update on Fable. Big old Gamescom live stream coming up soon. It's basically what happens when you put beauty in your video games.
Look, we have a pretty thing in the trailer.
Look. Exactly. Kay, you a little more excited about the new Fable reboot because they put Happy Pretty Girl in it?
I am so the wrong person to ask, only because I'm such an autist about like original Fable, and I hate what they're doing with the morality system, and they're completely eliminating that for some weird like local global system. It used to be more similar to like Star Wars, like light side, dark side, and then you'd see like physical changes to the characters. They'd get horns, they'd get, fatter, skinnier. Like it actually was a very fleshed out system. And to me, that is my issue
this really
more
is
than
autistic.
anything is that they took out a core mechanic in the game. That is my issue. So I'm not excited for Fable, and I haven't been. And I didn't care about how ugly the character was because Fable has always had that like British humor, like kind of roughness. I think it's a bad marketing play, and you're not going to sell anybody, especially in this climate. So it's better to just have visually appealing characters overall. But really, it's the mechanic change that's bothering me. So I'm not excited for Fable. No.
Mitsu, you a Fable guy?
I'm sorry. I guess I realized I have autism.
I'm finding that everyone around me has autism.
I don't.
Because everything Kay said is a big issue of what I have with the game too, because that morality system was so important.
Well, was that what Craig asked, though? I thought he was just talking more specifically. Craig, was that the question?
It wasn't the question.
That wasn't the question. To be clear, I'm not calling you.
Was the question if I'm excited about Fable because there's a hotter character in it now?
Yes, that was the question.
Well, I'm still not. It doesn't matter to me because there's other games I can play with hot characters in it. So I'm not excited for Fable because they destroyed the idea of Fable and it's now a generic RPG instead of an actual Fable game. To me, that is more significant. I agree with people that we should have hot characters in video games. It's fantasy. I am all for that. Make the tits as big as possible. But at the end of the day, I'm playing a game for its gameplay. And you have fundamentally destroyed what Fable is about. That is my autism with this. So no, I'm not more excited, even if the character is slightly more attractive, because I have a billion games I can play with attractive characters. I've been out for decades now. I don't need them to do it, but good on them for making a character look better for marketing.
To piggyback off of what Kay is saying, Fable's always been a series where the lead developer, the lead designer was Peter Molyneux, and that man promised the moon and the stars and everything above. He said Fable, the original Fable, was going to be, if you can, I think this was a direct quote, if you can see it, you can go to it, was one of the things that he said in the promotional lead up to everything. And what they delivered was a lot more of an on-the-rails experience, but what Kay is talking about with the RPG elements and the morality system were very unique to Fable, and they were one of those things that kept people coming back to that series because nobody else was really doing that. Nobody else was saying, okay, if you go out there and you murder a bunch of people, you're going to have horns that grow out of your head, and it's a permanent choice, a permanent action for your character. Even if you turn good at some point in playing the original Fable, you will get the halo and you'll get the butterflies, but there will still be 2 scar marks from where the horns were.
Exactly. It
Those
was
little
so
things matter.
well done.
Yes.
And they're just smooth braining everything now. So that's why I don't care. I'm like, you just literally don't want to develop games that have any sort of character or passion to them. You're just trying to pump out generic RPG that everyone will buy. Why don't you keep those unique things? That's what I care about.
Yeah. I think games are afraid of permanent choice. I noticed it a long time ago with World of Warcraft, and it's slowly seeped into so many other genres and other styles of game where they tried to mitigate, because if we go even further back to like EverQuest, you choose your race. Your race actually matters with your skill points when you start. Plus, it also matters for who likes you and who doesn't. So there's permanent choices, even right at the start of the game, that influence your interactions with the game for the rest of the game. Fable was great at doing that. Some of the earlier Fallouts were really good at doing that. And just, it feels like over time, they've just always found a way to make it so like, oh, we know that you made this choice a long time ago, but you probably regret it. So we're going to put in a way for you to respec this system or be able to negate this system. And it's okay. And there's no permanent consequence to that. That's something games really need more of now.
Well, you know what they need less of is spending ridiculous amounts of money on them. And apparently that has not happened with Fable, as according to thegamer.com, Fable has reportedly gone over budget, and you can get honey bunches of oats as well. With that said, curious, would love to hear your thoughts on the cost associated with these games, because the rumored cost of this game is about $300 million for Fable.
Okay, do you know? You might know this. Do you know how much the original trilogy cost roughly? Like $60 million or so. I'm totally guessing.
I have no clue, but $300 million's insane, and game budgets have inflated like tenfold in this decade of like cinematic universe type stuff. So, I mean, it is expensive to make a game, but not fully understanding video game budgets, that sounds insane.
So to put that in perspective, the game after marketing would need to sell between 8 and 12 million copies to break even. And on top of that, it launches day one on Game Pass, which that sure as fuck is not going to happen. I'm going to tell you that right now. They ain't selling 10 million copies of Fable. So there's that, which is pretty amazing.
Maybe it was part of
so-
their Game Pass strategy. Because they
Oh, no.
bought up a whole bunch of developers when they did the Bethesda swing and all that stuff to put out content so they could throw it on Game Pass and keep jacking the costs up on Game Pass, which they recently had to lower it because nobody was subscribing to it anymore.
Well, you know, the one thing you will be able to play it on, not just it's going to be on multi-platform, PlayStation 5 and PC. So that could potentially help offset things when it comes to Fable. Which, real quick, I just wanted to pivot slightly from this Fable story, unless you guys have more with Fable, because I do want to do a little bit more video game journalism here.
I assume the answer you were looking for is it's great that Asha is pressuring the studios to make characters look more sexy, and this is a good precedent. So I will just throw that answer in there because that is good. I just fuck Fable.
Okay, to be clear, I'm not looking for any specific answer. I'm looking for your answer. That's good. And if your answer is fuck Fable, then fuck Fable, right?
Fuck
Am I
modern
right?
Fable, yes, that is
That's
absolute
right.
answer.
Well, fuck modern game rant as well, as we saw this headline here. It's fucking amazing. Millions of fans of the Legend of Zelda franchise will be unable to play the next game of the franchise when it launches later this year. Would you like to know why millions of fans will not be able to play it?
Is it just
how
not
gonna be
low?
I'm not going to say it.
How slow of a news day do you have to have as a journalist to make this your headline? Truly, as a game journalist.
Yes.
They don't have a
This is
switch, right?
insane. This is like beyond like anything.
The whole idea of this is because it's a Switch 2 exclusive.
Yeah.
Like have they never heard of exclusives when it comes to video games ever? It's fucking amazing.
They absolutely have. This is them tipping their hand and showing that it's just all about political crap with them and just like whoever they want to be in with and who's acceptable socially and not. Like this is like the screw you, Nintendo. People don't like you as much right now because you do some scummy stuff. Like that's all they're capitalizing on is
right.
Anyone that played like more than 5 video games understands that Nintendo games are on Nintendo system. It's like we ran out of rage bait. Let's find the one thing.
Yep. Phoenix, I saw a post from you this weekend, which I think we're going to hold on to this topic for another day. But I did want to kind of just brief this because I think this is a really good topic point. But I think this is a larger discussion than just the limited time we have left here. But I saw this, and I would like for you to read this in your own voice.
Yeah, and it's pretty true. It's kind of been on my mind for a while. So I said, I kind of like the idea of this being my final console generation. I think I'm going to tap out right around the PlayStation 6 launch. I'm not a fan of what's become of the console business, and I'll never be a PC gamer. Again, I have no problem with PC gamers, just personally. Instead, I think I'd like to spend whatever amount of years I have left playing retro hidden gems and other obscurities found on past console generations. Anyone else feel this way? I've got a feeling there's a plenty amount of folks out there that feel the same way.
Let's go and just prime that conversation for another day, because I think that's a really good talking point. Because at a certain point in a lot of people's lives, they reach that point, they go like, I think I have better things to do, you know. And Kay, I know you're not one of those people. Your better thing to do is to complain about Halo or complain about Fable.
It's true, yes. I'm going to continue to check out games that are modern. I like to follow the industry. That's mainly my thing. So, like, I agree that, like, you might as well just play retro stuff. I encourage people to do that. But I am still fascinated with parts of the industry to see, like, how it's developing, even if it's stuff I don't, like, care too deeply about, that specific game. But I will also say, fuck modern Fable.
Well, I'll tell you this.
I real fast, I just want to say, like, I think, see, I'm not a PC gamer, though. I think, and we'll touch on this whenever we talk about the topic, like, I've been encouraging console people to really look into PC gaming because that does make the most sense. If you're going all digital and will offer zero consumer rights and support, then it makes sense, as long as you don't have any issue with PC gaming, to go to that area, because at the very least there are options to back up your game, let's say, or go to like to GOG, things like that. There's options for you. But that seems like that's where that evolution should potentially go. And I would consider, I think consoles, I think it just makes sense to move away from them, start going to PC.
Chat, let us know if you agree. I think we'll hold on to that topic for a slower news day, I think. It's a really good conversation point to have. So, all right. I did see this. Holy shit. Winterfell. Is this right? $100?
That's correct. Over on Rumble.
Wow. It says I've watched more. Look at the otter.
Oh, there he is.
How the hell?
No, he's okay. He's okay. See, he's okay.
Hey, all right.
Yeah.
Says I've watched more WNBA in the last 2 months than I have in all the years combined. The talented players get beat up. The refs ignore it. The coaches ignore it. It's a mockery of organized sports. Thank you very much, Winterville. I think that's the thing is most people have watched WNBA because of Caitlin Clark. She brought everybody into the league, and you're right. There are talented players who do amazing things, and I think that last sentence is correct. It's a mockery of organized sports.
I have a question for those out there who have watched WNBA. Who is a better referee right now, the WNBA referees or Herb Dean?
Herb Dean.
Whoa.
Listen, I know this sounds crazy, but the WNBA is trash bags, just trash bags. It's rough. It's very rough. Let's go and keep going here. That's awesome. Thank you very much, Winterfell. It's incredibly generous. McLeod says, as funny as this is, honestly, should have been more subtle. We need as many men right now out in high school flooding the league. If they want six figures, this is an easy way to do it. Yeah. Marmalin says, look at Enes Kanter's wingspan. He could completely hug the entire team without issue. Holy Lord. Happy birthday, Easter Bunny bitch, Phoenix. Much love to all. No homo except Phoenix. Full homo there. All right.
Right back at you.
Yeah. The final girl says, as a 100% centrist free thinker, if it were someone that wore an LGBTQ rights shirt, would you support it? For record, I think both scenarios are dumb. Well, I do think that when you go there and you see there are tons of trans shirts in the audience. I mean, when you see those, they're literally being shown on the scoreboard and stuff. And you know what? They should be able to wear those things. Yeah. Absolutely. If they want to wear them, that's the difference. Is that we feel like that, yeah, you should be able to wear those things if you want to, because ultimately it's meritocracy. It's people will, if you look like an asshole out in public, you look like an asshole out in public. It's your prerogative. So do I have a problem with that? No, they can absolutely say what they want to say. Do I have to agree with it? No. So Marmalin for 20 says, the reality is the WNBA cannot define a woman because they'd have to admit they already have men in their league that they've been parading around. Brittany Griner shirtless is my evidence of this.
Have you seen that? That is I think this is almost beyond a conspiracy. I don't know. Have you ever seen her shirtless?
Yes,
pretty terrifying.
I have seen Brittany Griner shirtless playing basketball, looking like a fucking 28-year-old dude.
Yeah,
in the back. Yeah, it's crazy. Hey, Brittany Griner. Wolf and Wings says, I played so much of the original three Fables. Kay is absolutely right. It's not the same game at all. We also have Ghost Haunting with 400 somethings Indonesian monies. Right? Yes?
About $20 or something. Yeah.
Says, did a quick AI search. The Fable trilogy was 80 to 100 million. Wow. That's
so there you go. Look at that. How much it's exploded into what appears to be a weaker product, too. So that's just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. Guys, thank you very much for your outstanding support today. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Without a doubt. Now it's time for Blabs to disappoint you.
Today, in gaming history, with Blabs.
That's me.
Now, Blabs, I'm going to tell you this right now. I previewed your list.
It's good. It's very good. Yeah. You're right.
Michael Jackson's Moonwalker was released back in 1990. Metroid Prime Trilogy was released back in 2009, and then Mega Man Legacy Collection was released back in 2015 on this day, back August 2026. You're all welcome now. The end.
All right. There you go. A little Michael Jackson Moonwalker.
Such a good game.
I love Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. Every time I see it, I turn 360 degrees and walk away.
I'm waiting to see what Kay has to say.
So far it's fine. So I will compliment you at the end if it deserves a compliment, but right now it's.
There is a certain birthday that was left out of there that absolutely needs to be there.
County's not a video game.
Not Phoenix.
It doesn't.
Phoenix shares a video game birthday.
Let's take a look.
Count if you're talking about the anniversary.
Some noticeable games that you missed today, August 24th, include Conquest of the Crystal Palace for the Nintendo Entertainment System, 36 years ago. Command & Conquer Tiberian Sun for PC, 27 years ago.
What a great game. Holy shit, play Command & Conquer Tiberian Sun, people.
MotoGP, 20 years ago. Strawberry Panic, 20 years ago. You mentioned Metroid Prime Trilogy.
Professor Layton, Diabolical Box. That's the one I didn't put on the
Don't
list.
have regret.
Oh, no.
I like that game. I played it. I can't remember if
Professor
that's
Layton is fun.
I can't remember if that was the one thing that really pissed me off the ending, though. It was totally like a wild-ass ending. I'm like, this doesn't make sense. And I remember slamming my DS shut.
Is the Diabolical Box about a murderous prostitute?
No.
Ooh, Shank. Shank was fun.
Yeah,
You didn't
Shank
like
for
the
the
Shank
PlayStation
Sim?
3. Shank is a great game. Shank was a great game, yes. There's also, you did mention Mega Man Legacy Collection. I always, whenever this game pops up on our list, I always like to point out that there actually is there's actually a challenge in it that's actually my challenge. I actually worked with them. It's called Craig's Challenge in the game. And it's a challenge that I put together that you make your way through. So it's pretty cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
This is before I was removed from video game journalism for knowing what a man and woman is. So anyways, yeah, you can see that as well. Let's see.
I love Craig's Challenge.
Yeah.
Gateway PCs.
You should give it a go. See what happens there. Blabs, big one today. I know you're really excited about this one.
Oh, the novel Naughty Girls? I thought about it. No.
Sex novel, Naughty
You know, though,
Girls.
that Natasha chick, she might be interested in this, though.
The Natasha chick. What are you talking about?
Natasha from the WNBA.
Oh.
She's a big, fat, flaming lesbian.
Blabs. Your list
Time
was
code that, Blabs.
Your list was good.
Thank you.
But I would have put Tiberian Sun, but I'm not going to nitpick because considering everything, that is a good list.
I just feel the need. I just want to get Blabs saying she's a big fat something.
I'm not a big fat. I said Natasha was.
No. I'm just gonna. That's gonna be our most popular short ever. I'm just gonna put that out just because it's funny.
She's a great big fat person.
She's a big fat
lesbian.
That's right. Let him know, Blabs. All right, and that is today in video game history. So, Kay, I'm sure you're upset about this, or maybe you're just ecstatic about it. I don't know.
Didn't you hear YouTube busy laughing about the lesbian joke? But she said she liked my list. Clean out your ears, bro.
It was a decent, good list that I would have loved to see Tiberian Sun on it, but it's okay.
Okay, sounds good. And that, my friends, is going to wrap up our day here with us. I know, sad day. I know. We can go for another 3-4 hours if you want there. Mitsu, you want to go another 3-4 hours?
Yes, but I feel like that might be holding everybody hostage, so I understand.
Okay. Sounds good. Blabs is like, I'm done. So, all right. Time to roll out, guys. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us today. Do us a favor, hit the thumbs up button. We'd really appreciate that. It helps grow the show in a big way. Tomorrow, we'll be back at 11 a.m. Central Time when we are joined by...
He's something of a perfectionist himself named Rizel, and Lord of Rexworth will be joining us tomorrow.
Fun.
Rumor has it that Rizel is good at everything.
He's good at everything.
Oh, I love him.
Oh,
Dude,
Felix
that's
just
so
realized. Yes!
Yeah.
Also, a quick reminder that we are just 3 weeks away from tickets being sold for Sin City. If you guys haven't yet, make sure you guys use the link down below to get your tickets. Tickets cease being on sale on September 14th. That is 3 weeks from today. So we would love to see you guys out in Vegas. If you haven't yet, please join us. Would love that. Bike Shorts came in just now with 2. Says 4 out of 10 list, Blabs. You missed the SEX or the SXE.
I don't know. You can find her on WNBA.
There it is.
Hey, more initials. All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Once again, links to Mitsu's channel, links to Melee Games down below. You can make sure to check them out. They're good people. Looking forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you later. Have a great day. Bye-bye.
Fatality.
Have a blessed day.